People throughout my career have asked me, Pat, what can I do for you to mentor me directly? Many times people ask, Pat, I want you to mentor me directly. I have a very simple criteria. If a person, I don't care if you're extremely talented, you have a degree, you don't have a degree, nationality, I don't care. If you don't have a strong work ethic, I can't work with you. Here's why. Because whatever I transfer to you, you are not going to give the highest return possible for whatever knowledge and skill set that's being passed over to you. Why am I going to put the time into you if the duplication part is not going to return? Why am I saying this to you? You're not working with me. You're from 192 different countries. If you want to get somebody to work with you directly that they know what they're doing, or if you want to get right partners, you got to have a strong work ethic. So what prompted this episode here is we got at least 200 messages, emails, Snapchats, Facebook, people saying, Pat, you keep talking about work ethic. Can you please explain how one can improve their work ethic? And I said, I'm going to take it a step even past that. So today's video is not for the people that subscribe to the 4-Hour Work Week by Tim Ferriss. This is not the video for you. This is not the video for people that want to be online consultants who want to not have any real place of business and have people that are virtual assistants that do their own part, and you are not working that much and you're at home and you work 3 hours a day. This is not the video for you. Because those names, although you can do that, there's a big movement of 4-Hour Work Week today. No 4-Hour Work Week develops an Apple. No 4-Hour Work Week develops a business that ends up becoming a substantial business doing $100, $200, $300 million per year. They don't. Now, if one of two do it, that's an anomaly. I'm not talking about the one of two. I'm talking majority. I'm talking to the people who have plans of running a big business, touching people, touching clients, growing their businesses. That's who I'm talking to in this video. So that's the message here. How to improve your work ethic as an entrepreneur. Now, let's dissect the word work ethic. I'm gonna do this in a way where you'll see what the meaning behind work ethic is. Then you need to make the decision of what that means to you. So simple. The definition of work. What is the definition of work? Here's the definition of work. Activity involving mental or physical effort done in order to achieve a purpose or result. Again, activity involving mental or physical effort done in order to achieve a purpose or result. That's the definition of work. Now, what's the definition of ethic? In Greek, the definition of ethic is the science of morals. The science of morals. Ethic, work, ethic, the science of morals. What does it mean, the science of morals? I don't even understand the definition, somebody may say. Well, then why don't we break down what morals means? So here's morals. The definition of morals is, if we really dissect the word work ethic, morals means a person's standard, your standards of behavior or beliefs concerning what is and is not acceptable to you. Simple. Let me say one more time. Morals means a person's standard of behavior, your standard of behavior, or your belief, what you believe is right or wrong. A person's standards of behavior or beliefs concerning what is right and what is not acceptable to you. What is and what is not acceptable to you. So let's go through it one more time. Work, activity that requires effort to achieve a purpose. Ethics, science of morals. Morals, standard of behavior that is or is not acceptable to you. So work ethic, when people say, how do I improve my work ethic? I don't know your standard. I don't know your belief system. I don't know what you stand for. I don't know your vision. I don't know your mission. I don't know what you want to be. I don't know who you want to be. I don't know how big you want to build. I don't know how big of a legacy you want to leave. I don't know who you want to be. Do you want to be a 4-hour work week and you make money saying, I don't work and I don't have an office and I don't have this and I don't have that, and you want to be a minimalist? That's great. That's your prerogative. But I don't know your vision. I don't know your standards. There are a lot of people today in America that want to make money without doing a lot of work. And that is respected today. That is respected today. People respect people who make money not working. People respect that. That's okay. That is morally okay to you. I have a different level of morally okay to me when it comes down to work ethic. For me, it's completely different. I grew up watching my father work from 5 o'clock in the morning till 9 at night 2 hours away. We lived in Tehran, Iran, and the city he worked at was a city called Karaj, and it was 2.5 hours away, and he drove a car that was called Gian. Gian is like the Pinto of Iran and France. Gian. My dad would go back and forth. He would work 6 days a week because in Iran you get 1 day off, and it was Friday. America's Sunday, in Iran is Friday. He would come on Friday, and he was with us all day Friday. We'd wake up in the morning, go to Park Shahan Shahi, then we'd come back, go to church, then we'd go to my grandma's house, then we'd come home. He would take a 2-hour nap on his famous couch. Then couch is done with, he wakes up, we play and wrestle, we have dinner, we watch a movie. At 8:30, we go to bed. That's my father's standards that he set for me. When I watch stories of Sam Walton, which is a CEO and entrepreneur that I want to mimic, or a person whose standard is a Jobs, or somebody here that worked very hard, who's constantly in creation mode, that's my standard. I don't know your standard. For you, maybe Tim Ferriss. For you, maybe somebody else. For you, maybe somebody that makes money while they're not creating, only maybe they're creating content and telling people how to find and make a lot of money, traveling the world and making money. I'm not dissing it. It's not mine. So I'm not here how to live your life. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. I'm not here for you to change your work ethic and all that stuff. But you need to take inventory of yourself today, finding out what your purpose of your life is. What do you want to achieve? What type of effort do you want to put in? What activity do you need to create? What are your signs of morals? And what standards of behavior do you want to have that is and is not acceptable to you? That's what you need to figure out. Anything else I say to you in this video is irrelevant. Anything else. Anything else I tell you in this video is purely irrelevant. Anything else I tell you is irrelevant. It doesn't matter. Because somebody's going to say, oh, you know what? I don't agree with this old type of working and overworking yourself and et cetera, et cetera. That's your standard. That's your moral of a science of morals. That's yours. Okay? Oh, I think this is just ridiculous. You know, this is why people in America and capitalism makes you overwork and pa. I'm sorry. You're watching the video on YouTube, which is created by a capitalist. So what do you want to say? Don't watch the video. It's created by a capitalist. Turn that phone off and throw it in the trash. It's invented by a capitalist. Turn your computer off. It's invented by a capitalist. Take your clothes off and trash them. It's invented by a capitalist. Stop watching TV. It's invented by a capitalist. Turn the complete books off and burn the books and throw them away. It's produced by a capitalist. Take that Kindle off and stop reading the books. That Kindle is produced by a capitalist. Okay? So you decide this. Now, since I have made this clear, now let me explain to you how you can improve your work ethic and how I improved my work ethic over the years as a brand spanking new salesperson, then as a brand spanking new supervisor, manager, then entrepreneur, then CEO, then founder, then board member, then value, then all this other stuff. I'm going to just tell you what some tips that work for me over the years, and hopefully it'll do the same for you. Here's first things first. To me, somebody with a strong work ethic is predictable every day. Every day. What is predictable? You show up at 8, you leave at midnight. You show up at 8, you leave at 8. You show up at 7, you leave at 9. You show up at 7, you leave at 10. I don't know, but it's predictable. And you do it every day. It doesn't matter what it is. There's a predictable work effort being put by you. Let me explain something to you. A lot of people will come and say, Pat, man, one day I want to be a millionaire, but you know what I got, for me, it didn't kind of work out. I did a conference call, today's Friday, yesterday, and this conference call was with a group of 40 entrepreneurs, builders that are doing a very, very good job in our firm. And I put them on the call, and one of the guys on the conference call asked somebody a question about momentum. And what can I do to do this and this and this and that? I said, listen, those who steadily grow their business show up every single day without any disruptions, because every time you disrupt and you have a crisis, to you it's a crisis, to somebody else it may be a crisis, but they don't handle it as big of a weight as you do, your momentum goes all the way back down to level number 1 again. And you have to recreate momentum. It's a pain in the butt, okay? If you truly want to have steady growth in your business, you got to be predictable, because the moment you stop, you lose all your momentum. So if you really, really want to expand your business, the purpose of you growing is a big purpose that you have, whatever that purpose is, you got to be predictable. And throughout the time you're predictable, you got to accept and anticipate crisis is going to happen. What's crisis? A breakup with a girlfriend cannot throw you off for 2 months, because then you're not predictable. Kid gets in trouble in school, cannot throw you off for 3 weeks. because then you're not predictable. You and your wife get into a terrible fight, cannot throw you off because then you're not predictable. You have a certain financial challenge, cannot throw you off because you're not predictable. You have somebody in your family that talks smack about you, cannot stop because you're no longer predictable. By the way, the person that makes it also had all those crises happen, but they stayed predictable. Part of big work ethic is predictability. Number 2, consistency. Same thing. You show up, but consistency. And you keep showing up and you keep doing your work. Predictability is same time I keep coming. Consistency is I keep showing up. It's a big difference. Sounds the same, but slightly different. 8 a.m. I come in, but I'm consistent with what I'm doing with my efforts because I'm consistently compounding my efforts, because eventually after enough consistent effort, all of a sudden I'm going to have an inevitable explosion in my business that takes place. Okay, number 3, prepare the night before. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. An old mentor of mine told me this: proper preparation prevents poor performance. And this was a man that he would always brag about the fact that he's not talented. He was never the best speaker. I liked him because every time I spoke to him, it was disciplined, strong. He lived in a beautiful 18,000 square foot house with planes and married. I think he had 6, 7, 8 kids, always stable, always solid. But every time I talked to him, he had read Think and Grow Rich 200-300 times. Think about this guy. And everything to him was about preparation. He said, Pat, the guy that's the most prepared wins. Everything was about preparation. Every time he talked, he had a 3x5 card with him. Every time, 3x5 card with him, 3x5 card with him, 3x5 card with him. Preparation. Prepare the night before. Prepare Sunday before. Prepare the week before. Prepare before the meeting. Prepare before the conference. Prepare before you're preparing. Everything is about preparation. If I'm supposed to give a speech 9 months from now, I already have a folder made on my phone and I just keep adding stuff that I'm going to talk about in that meeting that's 9 months from now. 9 months of preparation, of adding notes in the phone to prepare for something like that. That's part of work ethic. That is work ethic. Number 4, do more. Let me explain what I mean by do more. I remember I was in an office. I was brand spanking new. It's 2002, 2003. And I'm in an office of Victory and Balboa in the city of Encino, California. And Saturdays, we were all young, and there was a bunch of pretty girls in the office. And everybody Saturday night wanted to go to Dublin's. Dublin's was a place to be, right? Everybody wanted to go to Dublin's. You wanted to go to Saddle Ranch and Miyagi's. It was all in the same corner, like literally 300 yards away. You go Dublin's across the street, Miyagi's, and then you go to Saddle Ranch. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe if you want to go to after hours, you could. Everybody wanted to go clubbing Saturday night. And I was in the office, 5 o'clock, everyone's leaving. 6, 2 people left. 7, I'm staying. No one's there. 8, I'm staying. 9, I'm staying. 10, I'm staying. Everyone's gone. 11, I'm staying. By that time, I'm so wiped out, I'm not going to the club. I'm going home, reading a book, going to sleep. Boring to you, right? It's boring to you, right? Now, fast forward and ask me what places I've partied and have had fun with. You won't even believe half the stories if I told you. You would think I'm telling you a story out of a movie. You would say there's no way in the world you've partied with prime ministers and princes and governors and senators and billionaires and all this other stuff. Because I didn't want to just get too excited about Dublin's. There was a time it was exciting to me. There was a time Miyagi's was exciting to me. There was a time all that stuff was exciting to me. Again, how big is your purpose? How big is your purpose? How long will you put your activity with the efforts? And then does it match the standard of behavior that you want to put up? So do more. If a person leaves at 6, you leave at 8. If a person makes 100 calls a day, you make 200 calls a day. If a person makes 50 contacts a day, you make 75. If a person sells 20 of your product, you sell 40. Okay, if somebody practices 3 hours, you practice 5 hours. If somebody practices 6 hours, you practice 8 hours. If someone reads 2 books, you read 4 books. Just do a little bit more. Do a little bit more. Do a little bit more. Number 5, subscribe to the now mentality. Subscribe to the now mentality. We'll call him tomorrow. We'll call him now. So the other day, one of my guys, his name is Fred, he calls me. He says, hey man, I'm kind of disappointed, because the office lease that I wanted didn't go through. And this is a commercial real estate agent that he's flopped with me 3 times. And I've made this guy $200,000. 3 times he's let down referrals that I gave this guy. I don't do well with people who I give referrals to. I expect perfection from somebody I give a referral to, right? So I'm going to make you money. That's a market I'm introducing you. My credibility is on the line. This guy did it 3 times. I said, what did he do? He says, well, we're just not getting the deal. I text him. Right there while I'm on the phone with Speaker, I text a commercial real estate agent. He doesn't respond. I call his office. He doesn't respond. I call his phone. He doesn't respond. I asked to talk to a supervisor. I talked to a supervisor. I said, who's the owner of the company? They put me on the phone with the owner of the company. I talked to the president of the company. The president of the company got a call from me. Within 1 hour, I got a call back from everybody. I got a text back from everybody. The guy, Fred, ended up getting exactly what he wanted from the office, all the expectation. They lowered it from a 5-year lease to a 3-year lease. Why? Because it's do it now. Do you know what was the craziest thing Fred told me? Fred was like, oh my gosh, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm like, why are you nervous? He said, because I can't believe you just did all that stuff in 10 minutes. I said, it's called the do it now mentality, man. Well, what are we going to wait till tomorrow? Hey, Pat, there's just somebody that may be interested. Let's call him right now. You got his phone number? Let's call him. Right, yeah, let's call him right now. What are you talking about? Let's call him right now. Do it now mentality. Work ethic is a part of it. Now, do it now, not tomorrow, now. Now, let's do it right now, okay? Procrastinate tomorrow, next day, 3 hours, 5 hours. Let's do it right now. Next, point number 6. Find running mates. I love people that work as hard as me and they push me. There's nothing like it. I love running mates. I love people that say, Pat, 5 more reps. Like, dude, I'm tired. Pat, 5 more reps, because some days you don't feel like it. Pat, come on, Pat. 5 more reps. Oh, come on. Come on, bro. My shoulders are giving up. Go, 4 more, 3 more, Pat. Come on. Come on, 10 more calls. Oh, come on, guys. 10 more calls. Running mates. Running mates will push each other. Running mates will push each other. There's nothing like finding a good running mate that pushes you. Working hard buddies, if you want to call it that. And then eventually, unfortunately, sometimes you end up not finding anybody else that wants to work at your pace. And then your working buddies may not be in the same place you're at. They may be a complete different place. And you play games with each other. Hey, what time are you waking up? Hey, what time are you doing this? That's your working buddies. Next, number 7. Don't fall for the work smart only concept. 4-hour work week is work smart. I get it. I respect it. Some people like that. Standard of behavior. Your moral. Your standard. It's fine. Nothing big has ever been built without working very hard. And I'm talking very hard. Very hard. It's Friday night right now while we're shooting this. Everybody's gone in the office. Dennis is here, former 8-year DBT, Dallas Police Department. I'm here. We're shooting this. I am willing to bet everyone's out of the office except for Mario. And probably Paula's sitting somewhere here as well. It's Friday night. It's already 7 o'clock. Everyone's going out to dinner. I just got back from Burbank, California. I was in Bakersfield, California. I was in Houston, Texas. I got a bunch of other travels that's coming up. We're here right now in the office. Why are we doing this? Well, Pat, how do you find the time to shoot these episodes? You never miss a Tuesday and a Thursday episode of Valuetainment. Because some nights on Friday night, I want to go home and kick it and relax, and I don't. And we shoot these episodes because we're supposed to come to you Tuesdays and Thursdays. And do you realize, from the moment we said Tuesdays and Thursdays, we've never, ever done an episode that we've missed on Tuesday or Thursday. Why? It's part of commitment. It's part of being predictable. It's part of showing up. And there are days, right now, my back, I'm not going to lie to you. We did legs with my personal trainer, Josh. My hamstrings are so tight right now. Mario was stretching me right now. I can't even go like that right now. I'm coming, I can't breathe. I can't breathe when I'm going that. It's that bad. Not because of my lower back pain, my hamstrings. It doesn't matter. So when people tell me, but I'm sick, I have this, I have that, then this is not your game yet. Then this is not your game yet, okay? Next. 8, cut distractions. Cut distractions, very simple. You got to cut distractions. You're still going to have some distractions in your life, but you got to cut the distractions that you can cut. Get rid of the distractions. Get rid of the, in the office, there's a lot of different stuff that can take time away from me. I don't want it. I want to cut distractions. I want to cut any kind of distractions I can cut in my life. I don't want to deal with office politics. I want to perform. So there's office politics, you go perform. You don't need to deal with it. You go grow your business. Number 9, absolute focus. Absolute focus. This is tiring. Believe me, I'm the ADHD guy, and you know how ADHDs, they don't know how to focus. I'm the guy that would see something, I'm gone. Boom, I'm looking at all this other stuff. You got to train your mind to be focused. It's a muscle. You got to train your mind to be focused. You can do it. So when people tell me all these rhetoric, I need to take this medicine, I need to take that medicine, stop. You're looking for an out. You may need to take that medicine. I'm not questioning your doctor. All I'm telling you is stop making excuses that you can't stay focused. Practice it. It's a muscle. Stay focused. Next, have a to-do list. Work ethic has to do with to-do list. What needs to get done next? What needs to get done next? Right now, Mario and I, about 4 hours ago, I told him, I said, Mario wanted to add another project to our list of projects. I said, let me show you what we got. That's all I did to him. I said, let me show it to you. I went through every single thing. He says, Pat, I got the point. I said, you want to add another thing? Here's what we got. What else you want to do? What else you want to do? Can you handle this? No, we're not ready yet. Let's wait 90 more days. Wait 90 more days. Okay, next. Eat right. Work ethic requires energy for you to be able to last a long time, stamina, efficiency, for you to be able to go and you have the, you're not getting tired by 4 o'clock. If you eat right, you're going to be able to stick around even longer. Number 12, plug the leaks. I don't like leaks. When I worked at Bally's, I told a story about Bally's earlier, but when I worked at Bally's, I wanted to find out where the leaks were. It doesn't matter what the leaks were. The leaks were some of the tours were taking way too long. So the person coming back, he was given a 40-hour tour of the gym. You could do that in 13 minutes. Why are you doing a 40-hour tour? Just because she's pretty? We just lost 37 minutes, 27 minutes of your time. I need you to be back here making calls. This is why we're not hitting our goal. So plug the leaks. What's the leak? The leak is, when I make the call, I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing this. That took 7 seconds. Plug the leaks. It's a waste of my time. What's the leak? Another leak is I'm going from here to here. I'm going to find the fastest way to get home, or I'm going to do... Plug whatever leaks you got with your business. There's a lot of leaks. Work ethic requires you to plug the leaks and figure out exactly what those leaks are. They waste way too much time. Next, cut the fat. Similar to cut the distractions, but cut the fat. There's a lot of fat. It's work you don't need to do. It's work that somebody else can do. It's work that makes you feel excited that you got stuff done. Not necessary. Didn't grow your business. You just want to go home saying you worked hard, but you didn't get nothing done. There are days that you work and you go home and say, what happened today to my business? How did the value of my business increase today? It didn't, but I feel like I worked 10 hours. This one guy told me, I'm at the office every damn day, Patrick. He's screaming in my face. You're telling me I don't work that hard. How the hell can you be at the office 60 hours a week and in a month you only sell 4 of them? You tell me how. Tell me. I said, your wife is sitting right here. You're telling me you're working hard. What do you mean you're working hard? You ain't working hard. Just because you're at the office doesn't mean you're working hard. Man, cut the fat. Turn off the Facebook. Turn off Snapchat. Man, just make some calls. Contact. Reach out to somebody. You're not focused. You need to cut the fat. And then he did, and his business blew up. Next, drop perfection. Let me tell you what I mean by drop perfection. Sometimes a person doesn't work as hard because they're trying to do it so perfectly that they don't even take the shot. If you don't take the shot, we run out of time, you lose the game anyways. Guess what? If there's 6 seconds left on the shot clock and you look for the perfect shot, what's the chances of you winning if you don't get the perfect shot? You're not going to win because you got to take the shot. So guess what? No matter what, you got to take the shot. What is take the shot? Go to that appointment. Go to it's contradiction of preparation. I get it. But I would much rather have you take the shot than not take the shot. Work a lot on being prepared, but don't expect to have a perfect environment all the time. Seek magic more than you're seeking perfection in your business. Perfection prevents explosion many, many times. Perfection prevents explosion many, many times because it's never going to be perfect. So people wait for a perfect time to hit it. You just got to hit it, okay? And then how to avoid burnout, which is something people ask me about burnout. Pat, how do I avoid burnout? Have your own escape. Here's what I mean by escape. I went to the movies every single month, middle of the day at 10 o'clock, and I went and watched a movie by myself with 80-year-old folks because I watched it at 10 o'clock. It was my escape. It was my therapy. It was my escape. I would work so hard. Every other week, I was at the spa getting a massage. Every other week, I get a massage at the spa. Every other week, I get a massage at the spa. Sundays, when I was single, every Sunday, I went to the beach. Every single Sunday, I'd go to the beach. Wake up in the morning, go do the stairs in Santa Monica. I would go do the dunes, the sand dunes, and then I would go to the beach. I'd go sit there and read. I'd come back, I'd sit at P.F. Chang's, my favorite waiter, or I'd go to Earth Cafe, and I'd sit and order the same exact food at Earth Cafe, which we no longer have in Dallas, Texas. Dallas has got to get some Earth Cafe because it's insane. I'm missing my Earth Cafe. And then I'd come home. But I had my rituals. You got to find ways to have your own release. You got to find ways to have your own escape. You got to find ways to have that as well. And then I always selfishly rewarded myself. It didn't matter what it was. If you do this, Pat, we're getting this. If we do this, we're buying a Harley. If we do this, we're buying an S600. If we do this, we're going to go shopping $5,000. If we do this, you're going to this place. If we do this, you're going to this. If you do this, you're going to New York, New Year's Eve. If you do this, you're going to qualify for this trip. If you do, there's always got to be that part, because if there isn't, then you got to have the carrot. There's no motivation. You need a carrot, but you got to create the carrot yourself. to have a stronger work ethic, because if you don't, you'll hit 100 grand, you stop. You hit $250,000, you stop. You hit a milestone, you stop because you don't have the next carrot. You need the next carrot. So just keep those things in mind. Keep those things in mind about work ethic. But I will tell you, out of everything I told you today in this video, the most important thing I told you in this video is go back and study these 3 words: work, ethic, morals, and then dictate what your standard of behavior is going to be that is and is not acceptable to you. Let's get my favorite pillow. If you haven't subscribed to the greatest channel on YouTube for entrepreneurs, please subscribe down here and share this content with other entrepreneurs that you do business with. If you run an organization, you have employees, and you want them to improve their work ethic, share this video with them as well. You got any questions or thoughts, comment on the bottom. I do my best to try to personally get back to the comments. Myself, our team, some of the questions I get back to, 99% of them I get back to. Some of the details about, hey, can I get this, can I get that? My staff gets back to the operative, to stuff that they need to. But if I answer your question, I'm answering your question for you because it matters to me, for all the entrepreneurs that follow this channel. So comment on the bottom if you have any questions and thoughts. Subscribe. And if you're watching this video on a complete different website, you can always come back to PatrickBetDavid.com. Boom. And if you want this shirt of autodidact, which is a self-taught person, go to valuetainmentstore.com and get a copy get a shirt for yourself. I will tell you, more people ask me about what autodidact means than I can tell you. And this is coming from an autodidact who's a self-taught person. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.